Willie D Live.
What's happening to you is what happens to artists who grow.
Mm.
You know, it happened to me. You know, like I'm not saying I'm not gonna make any music without cussing, but I do know that I became like acutely aware of the influence of my words. Because I used to have the attitude like, you know, hey man, I'm responsible for what I say, not how you interpret it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and obviously, yeah, if I'm calling this person this word, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about everybody. Got to explain yourself and all that kind of stuff. And you know, at one point, you know, I would. So I got this song called "Bald Head Hoes," right?
Uh-oh. This shit took me out. I was not expecting you to say that.
So I stopped singing this song. This is the most.
Well, because you saw some bald-headed hoes in the crowd?
No. So anytime Ghetto Boys would perform, you know, our biggest song is Mind Playing Tricks, but the next biggest song is Bald Head Hoes, and like they want to hear Bald Head Hoes. But I stopped doing it because I became a little bit more like socially aware, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I stopped doing it. And then so one day, we're backstage getting off the bus. We're getting ready to get off the bus, and these two girls come running over by the bus, and they're knocking on it and say, "Hey, well, where Willie D? Where Willie D?" So I open the door, and she say, "I know you're gonna sing Bald Head Hoes," and she took her wig.
No, she didn't.
"I know you're gonna sing Bald Head Hoes." And I was like, and I turned to the DJ. I said, "Put it back on the list." I hadn't sung it in about 2 years.
Wow.
I said, "Put it back on the playlist," because I realized that these songs are no longer mine. They belong to the fans who bought them. That's who these songs belong to. And so I'm not gonna not sing the songs for the people, you know, who supported and you know and who purchased these songs and who basically financed my lifestyle. You know, that put me in the position that I'm in the first place. These songs are theirs. They bought the songs. Because they wanted, and they came to this show because they want to hear these songs. They want to sing along or whatever.
Yeah.
So I realized this music is for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's for them, and whatever I'm doing over here outside of that stage is for me. You know, and so, but I like what you're doing. You're struggling with some of the stuff that you did early on where you know that's probably not spiritually aligned with where you are today.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so you're struggling with that. And I like it because I struggle with that also.
Okay.
But that just means that you're growing.
Okay.
And that's why I don't trip too hard on some of the stuff that I hear from the youngsters, because I know they're going to grow, and who they are today is not going to be who they are in 10, 20 years. Yeah. So you good, you straight.
No, you wise too. Like it's a vibe. Yeah, you got some good questions and stuff sometimes I haven't even thought about or even shared with anybody.
Right. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show and sharing.
Thank you for having me. And you know, today I was supposed to have been here earlier, but I was performing with the group at the WNBA game in Las Vegas.
Right.
And
that
of course,
was fun.
It was fun. It was fun.
And yeah, I heard you got a great reception.
Yeah, I was saying, remember we was talking earlier, like, it's hard, you know, well, it's a lot easier now, but West Coast, they're a tough crowd. Houston, a tough crowd too.